Hey everyone, Random Randy here. This is Yarn Talk episode 44. This is going to be pretty short on yarn stuff because most of the stuff that I have been making in the past week went in the mail yesterday. Oh, sorry kitty. Went in the mail yesterday for holiday presents, so I don't have it physically with me to show you, but I do have a few pictures that I'll be tacking on while I talk about it just a teeny little bit. So like I said, I don't really have a lot. If you've watched my Vlogmas videos, you've probably honestly already seen the stuff that I have done, with the exception of 2 of the presents that I sent out, because I don't think I did a video after I finished them. Honestly, not sure. Either way, you'll get to kind of sort of see them in picture format. So the only 2 things that I have next to me that are finished right now are this little guy, an octopus, which I actually finished up at the show last week. This is made with Red Heart Super Saver mistletoe. I actually still have almost 2 whole skeins of this, so I think I'm gonna make a bunch of these and set them aside, and if people want to purchase them for Christmas next year, cool. If not, I'll have them ready for Christmas next year. Get a head start on it, right? Because nobody wants to do this last minute nonsense that I've been dealing with for the past few days. I also have this little critter right here. This is a crocheted Voodoo Doll, and this is made with Red Heart Super Saver Bonbon print. Not sure how well you'll be able to see, but it actually has eyelashes over this eye, and this white yarn and the black stitched on mouth are made with Red Heart Shimmer, which does have a very slight metallic sparkly element to it. Sweetie, I don't want you in my lap. Get down, please. Thank you. So those are the only 2 things that I have on hand that are done. Other things that I finished up this week, I made stuffed animals for mine and Adam's 3 nieces. They're all Cuddle Me patterns. I made the bear, the monkey, and I made a bunny. So I will pop up a picture of those here, and I will link to all of the patterns down in the description box below the video. If you just go to one of the links, you can get to all of the other links from that page. They tend to have them all cross-linked at some point in the description on the actual page. The pattern was really easy. I liked it a lot. I did not like that I had to kick out one of each of them in less than a day. I ended up doing 3 of them in just under 3 days because my husband decided last minute that we needed to make presents for all of his family, which I hadn't been planning on doing, or as you know me being a future planner, I would have done it a long time ago. But they did get done. I'm really happy with the way that they turned out. The only information that I had was that the girls apparently all like the color pink, and that the youngest one likes monkeys, the middle one likes bears. And didn't really have a lot of information for the oldest niece, who is 8. She'll be 9 this year, I believe. So I just went with the pink theme and picked another pattern and decided to go with a bunny. So you will get to see those in the pictures, which, like I said, I will have popped them up in this region at some point. I did them all with worsted weight yarn and a 3.5mm hook. In the original patterns, I believe it called for either a DK or fingering weight yarn and a 2mm hook, which would have made them significantly smaller. I actually should have measured how huge they turned out, but I want to say that they were somewhere between 10 and 12 inches tall. Quite large. But I'm pleased with the way that they turned out. I really hope that the girls like them. Estimated shipping arrival, they should be there day after Christmas, which isn't too bad. We were expecting things to get there closer to New Year's, so that's pretty awesome. Pretty much everything else that I sent out that's crochet is washcloths / dishcloths / pot holders. Whatever the recipients feel like using them for, you can use them for. Any of those tasks. You could even use it for a coaster if you wanted to. Although some of the bumpy ridged ones I don't think would be very good for setting something on and having it stay flat. Other than that, I spent all this morning cleaning the house. I've got more laundry running right now. There's a sink full of dishes and I don't know if I'm going to get to them right now. I'm just not feeling it. I'm fighting and trying my darndest not to burst into a coughing fit right now. I am still sick. As I said, it's winter time in Washington, so I'm probably going to be sick and stay sick until it's spring, which is super, super annoying. Mr. Kitty, what are you doing? As you can see, Nurgle is helping me, as usual. My big helper. He's sad because I won't let him sit in my lap. But it has been fairly cold here. I'm pretty sure our heater is dying again because it keeps saying that it's 70 degrees in here. It's not 70 degrees in here. Especially at night when it says it's 70 degrees and Adam and I are both sitting on the couch wearing our fleece hoodies and covered up under blankets, and then we go to bed still wearing our hoodies and socks. It's no fun. And it's not even really that cold. It just feels super, super horrible because these houses do not have much in the way of insulation. I can feel a cool draft coming from the window casing right now. It's not the windows themselves, but it's where the actual windowsill is. It's almost as if there is no insulation inside of the walls. There are some spots where you can look at the window casing and you can see daylight underneath the sill. So yeah, it's pretty bad. I guess the people who made these houses didn't know that if you insulate a building, not only will it stay warmer in winter, but it will also stay cooler in summertime. So aside from cleaning, I've been working on getting things in here more organized. We've received most of our gifts from family for us and the boys. We haven't even opened the boxes yet. I just know that I didn't order anything from Amazon. I know a few people did order stuff for us and put our names on it, so we just have everything in a pile and we're just gonna open up all the boxes on New Year's Eve and put it under the tree then. So we don't have to worry about the kids trying to break into it when we're not in the room for 2 seconds. Oh, and I have 2 things now that I've done a little bit of chatter that totally took me running off in a different direction with my train of thought derailing. I have 2 things that I'm working on, and one of them is almost done. One of them I will finish sometime in the next few weeks, and you guys will get to see it then. But right now, I have just a random dishcloth that I'm working on. It's green. It's a Premier Home polycotton blend, and I'm going to actually be doing an edging on the outside with this Pickle Splash green yarn. It's the same. Oh, that's why you're up there. I'm sorry, buddy. It is the same type of yarn as this. It's just in a different colorway. But I thought this would make good edging for this, and then I'm going to take this and make a full dishcloth with it and use this green to do the outer edge, so I'll have 2 that'll go together. I don't know if I'll be trying to sell it or if it'll just be one for the house, whatever. Other than that, I have been working, well, spent a day and a half working on this. I can't remember if I showed this to you guys last time or not, so if I did, I apologize. If not, then look it. I ended up getting a decent-ish chunk of the second panel of my sweater done. This is the His and Hers outdoor sweater. It's a free pattern that I will link in the description box below the video. I'm using Deborah Norville's Everyday Yarn in the Lava colorway for the main portion, and this black is Karen Simply Soft, which I honestly loathe with a fiery passion, but it has the same sort of sheen that this yarn does, so I thought it went well together. And at this point, I am still using the scrap balls that I salvaged from my previous attempt at a sweater to make this. So I don't know if I'm even gonna have to crack into any of the new balls of yarn that I have in the same colors to finish it, which would be super awesome. So there's those. Aside from that, I've mostly been trying to get into doing some more graphic design stuff. I want to get a few more designs up for shirts, merchandise, whatever you want to call it, wearables, not consumables, but things that you like, mugs, clocks, all the other stuff that you can do on Redbubble and Society6. I've got some other things that I'm working on, some other things I'm designing. I have also been recording horror audio for my second channel, which if you didn't know, I do have a second channel. It's very small. I haven't posted a lot of stuff there yet because editing audio and making videos to go with it is actually even more work than just editing a regular video. It is called Seeking Sinister, and it has a little bit of a few things now, but eventually it's going to have all sorts of things running from horror fiction, original horror fiction that I have written, just paranormal things in general, allegedly true stories, things about cryptids, creepypastas, things from Reddit, all sorts of stuff. And I actually got a bunch of the graphics updated for that yesterday, and I'm working on background music to go with those videos. Because as much as I do enjoy some of the royalty-free music, that there are people who have YouTube channels who specifically do that, and that is how they get their revenue from all of the views, and then people go download their stuff, whether it be free or paid, they then use it in their content, which is pretty cool. But I have this program where I can make my own background music and have more than enough of the sound pools and various different sounds to go along with it to use. It's just a matter of me sitting down and doing it. And right now, Adam has the boys out of the house, so I've had a little bit of time to kind of decompress and just clean, and it's been quite nice to be able to take 2 steps without tripping over a toy or a child, or walking into a room for half a second to retrieve something and then having to drag a 40-pound toddler back out, because all I needed to do was walk into a room for 2 seconds, get what I needed, and get back out. Not, oh, let's make this a multi-organizational 50 team member expedition. No, it was supposed to be a super quick in and out execution. Done. Didn't work out that way, unfortunately. So, in order for me to be able to enjoy a little bit more of the quiet that is so very brief and unfortunately largely not present in my life, I'm going to cut this here. I'm not sure if I said it or not, but today is the 23rd of December, and this is actually my Yarn Talk vlogiversary. 1 year ago today was the first episode of Yarn Talk that I posted, which is pretty awesome. So in that time, I've amassed nearly 600 followers and have forged some friendships with people who I never would have been exposed to otherwise. And I think that's awesome and amazing, and I'm really enjoying being part of the YouTube community and getting to talk to all of you people. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm kind of a shut-in. Honestly, I kind of like it that way, because finding people in real life who have similar interests as me apparently is a lot more difficult than one would think. You'd think that as an adult it would be easier to make friends because you know what you like. Other people tend to be very forthcoming about what they like. However, life doesn't always work the way we would expect it would. And here we are, with me sitting here with my cat, hiding over there on the table. I don't think you can see him anymore in the shot, but I picked up the bed that I keep in here on the floor for him so I could vacuum earlier and left it on the table, and now he's asleep on it over on the table. So he is enjoying it quite thoroughly. There's my kitty. sitting on my sewing table, just enjoying some quiet. So that is all I've got for this week, and there will be a few more Vlogmas videos. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to do every single day until the end of the month. I'm shooting for at least every other day, so there will be a few more before the month is out. So I hope that you are all having an awesome start to your weekend. I hope that if you're doing any holiday festivities that you're all being safe and you're all having a good time. And I will catch all of you sometime in the next few days. So until I see you in the next one, have a good day.